Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday night call. It's the second call of our 90-day run.
Right.
We're super excited. It's been a crazy week for us. Jake has been working painting like crazy, and I've been working at our rental house like crazy. And and it's
been quite a week, you know, with Forever Green and everything, with this new product coming out, the Katopia. And we're going to talk on that a little bit too. We're going to talk about the 90-day game plan that we started last week, the accountability with it. And we need to turn that volume down. Let me go get that.
Okay.
I'll turn it over to you.
Okay. Well, you guys, I want to go to Monday night's call with Brad Hager. I have a couple of notes here that struck me as really, really important. I know that there were a lot of you on that call. Some of the things that he mentioned were Hager's organization is in 151 of the 212 countries. That's really big. You know, think about how many countries your particular business is in. I know Patricia Cove just sponsored somebody in Brazil, and we're not going to talk about Brazil tonight, but I have an email that I can send to you guys about how to market to people from Brazil. Let's see. He said the very top countries are China, U.S., Japan, Brazil, Germany, Mexico, and France for network marketing. So China's first. We're going into China. Guess who needs to sit in my lap? I know it comes as a surprise. Here's Charlie. So Brazil does billions of dollars of business a year in network marketing. But the one thing that Brad said that really struck me was go across the street before you reach to the world. So make sure you've talked to all your neighbors and friends. And when opportunity arrives like this, you need to be prepared now and not in July when we launch in Brazil. So you need to know what you need to know. You need to be very comfortable with the material that you're going to put out there. Brad Hager, if you've not done his Facebook training yet, please get on and do it. I just can't stress that enough. Be committed to your success. Know what your numbers are. Where are you? How many people do you have on auto ship on left and right? And then plan on growing that number every week. He says, you know what, if it moves, you can measure it. So that's what we're doing with this. We're going to talk about our own results. If you have, at 4-star, if you have 150 people on your left and your right, with 100 points of auto ship, you're looking at $100 grand a year. You guys, we are on the brink of explosion where every person who's watching this can have those numbers. Really quick, while I'm talking about the explosion of numbers, I want to give a shout out to Diane Mitchell. She got out yesterday. She completely hates talking to brand new people. It makes her very uncomfortable, but she got out yesterday, went to 3 different places to talk to people who have Brazilian contacts. She had great success with one of them. She gave strips. She's going to follow up with them tomorrow. But you guys, I want to let you know, when you go out of your comfort zone, you can expect for us to recognize you for that, because the only way we're all going to grow is by getting out of our comfort zones. The fly-in. Oh my gosh, Jake and I've been to 2. Jake's been to 1.
Are we going to do the 90-day numbers though? Because we're kind of like covering everything here, and I need one of my pens back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry.
All right. Good.
All right. Some of the Hogsman humor here. All right.
Yeah. So
our 90-day results.
Here they are.
So here they are. So you got your sheets, right?
So you can read those online, but no.
So we started with Sunday. So we did Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Today was a goose egg day across the board for us because we were so busy with everything going on. But we had a total of 9 samples given out. We had a total of 8 FGX info packs that we sent out online to people that we have talked to. We had 22 specific business opportunity and product posts, 4 guests on a conference call, 4 follow-up calls, and then we had a sign up with the consumer pack. So our results weren't as big as we would like them to be, but they are what they are, and we're always going to be very honest with you about what we are doing.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys can text me privately your results. We'd like to keep up with those as well, so we know where you're going and where we can help you. And if you feel like you need help with something, you know, just let us know.
Right. And this is the 4th day for us of the 90 days. So we're just getting started with it, but that's our numbers. We hit it hard and heavy today. Like Jane said, we didn't do anything, but we've got 1 more person in. Other people are on the edge or on the brink of getting in.
Right.
So that's very good news. So, you know, and this wouldn't happen if we weren't doing the 90-day plan.
Right.
So we're encouraging all of you, you know, to get in this thing. You know, it's a big shift in thinking. It's a big shift in attitude and urgency. But if you do this, you're going to be building your business. And as we explained last week, if you total that all up on that sheet, how many people you're giving strips to, how many info packs you're sending out, how many one-on-ones you're doing or whatever you do or calls, all those exposures are going to add up and add up with your team to be a lot of people you're exposing it to. And in time, just the numbers alone, the law averages, you're going to be building a big business.
Right. And one other thing, too, that I want to point out, you know, some people wonder, is this FGX info pack going to work? And again, I got to brag on Diane because she sent out 3 last week and she sponsored 2 new people as a result of that.
Yeah.
So that's 2 people she might not have in her business had she not taken a risk, sent out the emails, she followed up with them, and she got them in.
Right, right.
So it's good.
So action gets results.
Right.
That's the big thing, and that's the whole idea behind this 90-day plan. And every week we're going to be giving you our numbers, like Jane said, just straight up. You know, some weeks are going to be great. We've got a wedding of our daughter in the middle of all this, so, you know, that week might not be so hot, but we'll be up here telling you, you know, what we did or didn't do that week. So.
But we do have family coming in from North Carolina.
Yeah, but maybe.
So.
Yeah, so who knows? Who knows? Now, I want to talk a little bit about Forever Green and this Katopia product.
Yeah, first of all, though, I want to say we broke a record last night, you guys. I don't know if you heard Jeff Graham say that, but we maxed out the phone call line at over 500,
Mm-hmm.
and then everybody else had to go online and listen in online. So that, I mean, that's huge. So, I mean, Jake and I, like, we can't stand it how excited we are about this.
Right, right.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. And here's where I'm at on the Katopia thing. This is really big, and you know it's big. And the thing that really hit me on the phone when Ron was talking, he said, you know, this is going to be big because everybody you know will want this. And I thought, wow, that's when the light bulb went off for me, because I thought, yeah, I want this. I've never really wanted a weight loss product before. I mean, there was a product in a prior company, and I thought, I'll try it. But this thing is really exciting. The science behind it, the fact that the university, I think it's the University of Florida, did this research. I mean, this is all documented. It's, you know, if I'm a good barometer. If I want it, he's right. Everybody's going to want it. And, you know, I'm thinking back, Jane, you know, I went to a fly-in with Jane back in September of last year. And Ron, it was amazing. But Ron said something. He said, you know, this company is about the people. And I thought that was great. And then he said, and it was almost a little disturbing. I never told you this, but he said, you know, products come and go, but the people are what make this company great. And I thought, well, man, you know, I thought the power strips are so great. It was almost like a little part of me felt like he was dissing the power strips. But now I get it. The company is committed. Products will come and go. The power strips haven't gone. They're as bigger and they're as great as ever, but more products will be coming into this company. And we're surrounded by all these wonderful people at the top and running it, and our upline and all these, you know, and you guys, it's just phenomenal. So when he said that, you know, products come and go, but the people are the most important part, I kind of thought, wow, you know, how are we going to get something better than these power strips?
Right.
And this Katopia thing, I got to tell you, you know, if you do not see the power in this, you're really missing it, because this is something to kind of get your ducks in a row. The week it comes out, you should see your rank advance, because so many people.
One or two levels too.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know, assuming the product's out, and get your people and the people that you're talking to lined up. And you know, I'm approaching people like this. I'm telling people, you know, I'm not even getting into the whole stuff about the power strips and the weight loss. I'm just saying, I'm working with a company that has a tremendous opportunity. I want to share it with you. When is the time that we can sit down and talk? Because I really can't do it justice now. And if they ask, I tell them.
Wait.
What?
Okay, you guys, get your paper and pen out. Jake, say that again.
Well, I just tell them, you know, I'm working with this company. It's just a phenomenal opportunity. I'd like to share it with you. It's really big. And people trust me because I've always told them the truth. I'm talking about people I meet at work, or, you know, like today I'm working at the auto auction. I'm meeting people there. This thing is such a great opportunity for anybody, you know, for people that are baby boomers like me that are a little older. You know, this is going to be a phenomenal wagon or star to hitch your wagon to for retirement.
Right.
You know, for people that are 35 and got kids and bills, this is going to be a phenomenal second income for them, or could become their primary income.
Now, what did Brad say about the age group that's best to target?
He said something in this training that we purchased the CDs at his Thursday night training at the Bellagio. He said you want to, your target market is 35 to 55, married, kids, and bills. So in other words, you know, now there's a range beyond that, but that's your target, you know. So go for people 35 to 55 who are married, who have kids, and they have bills, because they're the people looking to make some more money and having more opportunity. So with this, you know, Catopia thing, it is so big because it's rooted in science. It's not just another thing. You know, I'm in these convenience stores all the time when I'm working, and it's hot out, and I see they got meal replacement shakes everywhere in those.
They're gross.
Yeah, you know, and you know, I'm not even putting them down. Maybe they work, but you know, I'm not going to buy one of those things. I'm still going to get what I normally have to drink or whatever it is. You know, I usually get iced tea, but you know, it's just, this is going to be so big because anybody is going to be attracted to the science behind it, and you can do it in 1 or 2 sentences. So, you know, when I talk to people, I'm getting it set up, and I'm doing one-on-ones. You know, I realize some of Brad's thing is do a lot of stuff over the phone, but I still have this old school thing where I want to sit down with someone, look in their eyes, and they know I'm telling them the truth, and it's just going to be phenomenal. The product's not coming out, you know, to the middle of July, but get your ducks in a row, get people excited. You can build up a huge team before this happens, because everybody is going to want this. Right. And the people you know would benefit from this. If you don't do it, somebody else is going to come along in the next 6 or 9 months and swoop them up, because this thing is going to be so big.
That is so true. Yeah. Seriously, you guys, if you don't talk to them, somebody else is going to. I just noticed today on Facebook that there is a gal who, I don't know where she lives, but she was here in Minneapolis this past week building a team in Wisconsin and Minnesota. So, you know, it kind of puts a little bit of urgency under me, because I don't want somebody else coming in here and taking, I look at this as our people, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so all of you most of you live in different cities than Jake and I do. The opportunity is there, and if you don't take it, don't look back in 2 years and say, I wish I had. Right. The time is now. Right. We are all busy. We have people that own, you know, court reporting businesses. We have the top ranked mortgage broker in Wisconsin on our team. We have grandparents on our team. We have a boat dealership, a guy that produces boats and sells them all over the world. I mean, we have everybody, every walk of life on our team. And I want you guys to know that you are the only person that controls your future. So you just got to get up off of your BUTT and get busy. The fly-in. Okay. Can I talk about that?
Yeah, go ahead and talk about the fly-in. Yeah.
Okay. I'm dying about the fly-in, you guys. Mm-hmm. Jake and I, at the second fly-in, beauty strips were released. And we saw a huge increase in our business that week. Mm-hmm. And did we hit 2-star that week?
I'm not sure. I think we did, yeah.
Okay. So you're going to see your business numbers jump tremendously. But if you sponsor people, even if you sponsor them in on 50 packs, I'd rather see you sponsor somebody on a 50-pack of beauty strips so that in July they can be ready to order. I know that a lot of you think that I'm lying to you when I tell you that I have no idea. Jeff Graham and Jake and we're close friends, but he's not breathing a word to us. So please don't ask me because I don't know. And honest to God truth. The cost.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When it, you know,
and let's back
anything.
up. What's a 50-pack of beauty? You mean the 50-point?
A 50-point pack of whatever.
I'd rather, power strips. Yeah,
or,
okay.
You know, the consumer pack, whatever.
I just thought you meant a 50-pack.
Oh, yeah,
that's okay. Pack. If they do that, that's okay too.
Yeah, a 50-pack is good. So, you know, it's just going to be incredible. So it's July 10th. So one thing to know, when you get into Salt Lake City, you've got about a 45-minute drive to get to Lehigh, to Thanksgiving Point, where the event is going to be held. Corporate is about 10 minutes further south of that. And so I posted today a hotel near Thanksgiving Point. If you are going and you're going to need a car, you need to reserve a car today. Do it because for whatever reason,
yeah, Salt Lake City doesn't have a lot of extra cars.
They never have extra cars.
Yeah.
It's going to be packed. This is going to be, I think this fly-in is going to be bigger than the one we were at in October. I was there with Jan Leishu and Carol Plattner. Be ready, dollar-wise, to buy some product. No, we have no idea what the cost of the kits are going to be, but be ready to buy enough so that you have stuff to bring home and sell, and you can turn around that same week and rebuy more.
Yep.
So you're really building your business volume. You know, have it ready for your friends at home that want it. I can think of 5 or 6 people right now who are going to have people beating their doors down as soon as they get home with that product.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that we have to tell you is that we will not be able to be at that fly-in this time. Our daughter is getting married that weekend, and we're hosting the groom's dinner here at our home. So we will not be able to be there.
Believe me, we look at the possibilities, like, you know.
How could we make it work?
Yeah, and still fly back. But it's just too harrowing. Yeah, and everybody would be stressed out. And believe me, we really want to be there. It's eating us up, but, you know, we've got a commitment, and we love our daughter. I mean, we've got to go through with the wedding. So.
Remember, you guys, you know, your faith first, family, and then business. So we're keeping things in order.
Yeah.
So what is next on your list?
Well, my next thing is, you know, meeting people. You know, after a while, you feel like you've met everyone you can meet, or you're trying to think of new ways to meet people. Jane and I, and this is what I recommend for you, is to find a networking group. And a networking group, you have to find that online, Google, or search in your area. Now, there's different kinds of networking groups. One is a group that you join, you pay a lot of money, like $300 or $400 a year, and there's like 15 people in it, and there's one realtor, and there's one home repair contractor, and there's one guy who does, you know, whatever, lawn care. You don't want that kind. There's other kinds where you just meet for one night. You might have to pay 10, 15, 20 bucks. But go to those, because that one, there's all these people there. We remember at a business networking event, people want to do business.
Yeah,
people are there to make money. They're there to hear other ideas. Not everybody there is happy with what they're doing.
Ooh, thank you,
so
Jesus.
Jane and I are going to 2 networking things next week. It's going to be a phenomenal opportunity to make contacts. And a phenomenal opportunity to kind of tease people with this great opportunity. And I'm going to say I don't have time to talk about it now. If they ask, I'll tell them it's about weight loss, but it's unlike anything. It's the whole science behind it has been done at the University of Florida. You know, and I said, but, you know, I really, if you're interested, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'd like to sit down with you and talk to you about it. But, you know, we're not going to be talking to one person for 15 minutes. We're just there to gather names. Now, I've got some conversation starter things in case you're like me. You know, Jane can talk to anybody. But if I'm in a setting like that, I kind of want to have a couple of things up my sleeve. So if I walk up to somebody, you know, I know something to say, or you know, just some kind of icebreaker. And this is from one of these networking groups. And here's 8 conversation starters for if you're going to one of these networking things and you're you know, kind of like me, a little. I mean, I've gotten a lot better, but you want to have, like, you know, kind of like some info or some ammunition so you can get out there and start talking to people. So I'll just read these. The first one is just simply say hello. don't overthink it. And, I tend to do that, and I'm sure some of you do too. You get there, oh, what do I say? I want to say something profound. I don't want to come off like a dummy, or, I want to really look like I know what I'm doing. Oh, just say hello. That breaks the ice right there. And then if you need a topic, think of the news of the day or the top headlines of the day. I'd say I'd avoid politics or anything.
Politics and religion are not good discussion.
But something about sports or something new going up, or the way downtown's getting built up, or that kind of stuff. That's the second one. The third one is give compliments. Compliments go a long way. Say, wow, you look, that's a nice sport coat or whatever. People like that.
But that's not a hot dress. That's not a good one.
No.
Not from a guy.
No. Right. And then number 4 is ask for their advice. So, I'll just say, hey, I want your advice. Do you know any good blah, blah, blah restaurants around here? A good Italian restaurant, whatever. You'll think of a question in advance, but then you could, ask them for their advice or so, and it kind of breaks down, puts them in a position like you respect them. Pretty cool. Tasteful humor, number 5. You want to crack a joke or something, that breaks the ice if you're good with humor. Number 6.
Sarcastic humor.
Yeah. Sarcastic, done lightly.
Yeah, you and Lisa are good at that.
Yeah. And then, discuss the event. Number 6, discuss the event to people. Like, hey, it's a pretty event. Have you been here before? Blah, blah, blah. It's always, once you get that conversation ball rolling, I know all you do great. But these are just great pointers for if you go to a networking thing and it's a little intimidating, you're in a room, you don't know anybody there, but they don't know anybody either, most of them. So we're all in the same boat. Number 7, add to a conversation. If you see 2 people talking, and they're just, it's not a private one, you can just kind of jump in and say, yeah, I noticed this and this too, that's a good point, or whatever. Number 8, look for people on their own and say hi. There's going to be a lot of loners there that are, really uptight or really shy to talk to someone. Say, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Where are you from, or whatever, what company or what's your business, and that'll break the ice, and then they'll talk to you. So, there's ways to go about this and to have a great event at one of these networking things. I would really recommend that, because Jane and I have gone to a number of them. We've made a lot of contacts there over the last year, and following through then becomes the next priority. But it's a way to get out there, and there's a couple here in Minneapolis. We went to Hudson, and look for local ones. There was one in Hudson that we went to a couple months ago, and these people are very interested, and it takes a little time. It takes several touches to get these people in.
Right. Remember, 6 to 7 touches is the average number to get to somebody to have them look at your business.
Yeah, we've learned that. We used to be so impatient, like, what, they didn't get in? Oh, then we'd be done. But now, because I know Jane, you gave out power strips to several of the people. Well, this one woman really liked them, and then she's thinking about it, and instead of like pounding them all the time, we have so many irons in the fire, we just kind of go down the list. So we're not just picking on one person and calling them 2 days later, and then 2 days later, and then 2 days later.
But
and
always
then finally
keep
they don't
your
take,
list.
Keep the list. Yeah, absolutely. And all the phone numbers and everything with it.
And then put in there a document when you called somebody and what you talked about, so that when you call them again, you can say, hey, last time we talked, this was going on. And by the way, I have to tell you, I got a text. We don't just have a court reporter in our business. We have the top court reporter in Minnesota in our business. So
that's true.
A shout out to Carol Billy.
Yep, absolutely. We got some very terrific people on the team. So we encourage all of you to get on this 90-day plan. Every week we'll be spending a little time of our webcast on this. But this is the time to do this. And I can't stress, there is just nothing, I can't think of another event. And you can just tell, first of all, the interest on the FGX calls. We talked to another guy who's cross-line from us, a terrific guy. And he said, too, this is the biggest opportunity. And he's an FGX. Yeah. And Jane talked, it's unbelievable. And if you manage it right, and you don't have to like go crazy, but if you manage the thing right, but go crazy, as we are. But this is going to be so big, and it's going to be a big thing, and everyone's going to want to try this, because if I want to try it, everybody wants to try it.
Right. And you guys, I just posted on Facebook earlier this afternoon a thing about ketonic or ketogenic diets, and medical science is showing very promising results in the elimination of cancer. And I'm really hesitant to say this will cure cancer.
No, we're not saying that at all.
Not at all. But I want you to read the article, because I think knowledge is power. The one thing that I do know for sure is that cancer it needs sugar to live. So a ketosis type of a diet eliminates your sugars. And so it's a really good opportunity to look at things, to talk to people that you know who are ill. We know that solar strips have had great results for people who have been very sick. I mean, I just feel like Ron Williams has poised us for complete, total success.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people in our business who would not talk to anybody about anything, and they're walking up to total strangers now saying, hey, I've got something for you. Let me get your name and number, and I'll give you a call tomorrow. I mean, it's that simple. I am really nosy. I listen to people's conversations. If I hear somebody say, you know, hey, I need to lose weight, or, you know, Weight Watchers isn't working for me, ding, ding, ding. I take that opportunity. Hey, I got something for you. Let me get your name and number, and I'll give you a call. I'll get the information to you.
Mm-hmm.
So it really is very simple. Facebook training, again, really get in there and watch that. We're getting ready to come out with our new Facebook pages. And so go on Brad Hager's Facebook page. Go on Andrew and Nancy Burling's page.
Mm-hmm.
Who else would you say?
I would say those would be a good point of reference. And the most important thing is to listen to that audio link that is on the FGX Team United page. And like I posted on there, for whatever reason, the audio doesn't start till about 22 minutes into it. But you really need to listen to that thing, and it will point you in a whole new direction on Facebook, how to draw people in, how to get people to be coming to you, and how not to be spamming or giving away everything or all the knowledge. Have them ask you about it, and always end every post, like do 2 posts a day maximum, and
Right.
end that with a call to action. You know, if interested, a call to action is, if interested, please inbox me, or you know,
Private message.
yeah, private message me, whatever. But something at the end, you know, if you want to learn more about this, or if you want a way to find financial freedom, inbox me. If you're looking for a way to deal with pain, inbox me, or whatever. You know, I'll share more with you.
Right.
So, but you know, you don't need to put down all the power strips. And he said too, don't put your, this was a big thing he said in his last call in case people missed it. He said, don't put your website on Facebook, because there's trolls out there looking for your FGX website for whatever reason.
And with this Ketonics coming out, they're really going to be looking.
Yeah.
So they can put up a spam website, they can direct orders, and they make the money, and it looks like you're supposed to be getting paid, and they're getting the money. It's really
So don't put your just tell people, contact me for information, and then give them through the private message or whatever channel your website on FGX, but don't post that public anymore. And you know, I have to say, even with my painting business, I have an ad on Craigslist in addition to other ads, and that ad generates so many phony calls, spams, you know, texts that say, you know, you can tell it's not right because it's not the kind of painting I advertise for, but I'll get texts that, you know, someone wants a estimate on this, or, you know, looking for a price, but it's like written in improper English, and it's painting a kitchen in somebody's house. And I realize if I respond to that text, then I'm going to get flooded with texts from all sorts of other advertisers. Well, the point being, there's a lot of crazy stuff out there online. So the less direct information you make public, the better you're going to be.
Yeah, and the other thing too, talking about Craigslist, there have been people that have had very good success with Craigslist posting products for sale. You need to go in and read what your Craigslist rules and regulations are, but that might be an opportunity for you to beef up some interest for our new Ketonics program. So it's just something that just kind of came to my mind when Jake was talking about.
Well, that's actually a good idea.
So,
I don't know if we should be giving it out.
No, I want everybody on our team looking at that.
Because I'm just thinking, you'd say, you know, launching a new weight loss, whatever, being launched, or backed with science and research. Looking for people interested for information. Won't be available for a few weeks, but or you don't even have, but just let them know it's in pre-launch, or it's not quite because if it's not quite available yet, then people really want it
Yeah.
because they know, it's, oh my gosh, when can I get it? So that's a very good idea. You would get responses on that,
Yeah.
looking for blah, 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 blah.
So I know that
people
they have specific things on there about you can't recruit for a network marketing business. I've
Well-
seen that specific.
Well, here's what they're talking about. You can't put a help wanted ad on there
Oh, right.
and mislead people. Someone's looking for an hourly job and then tell them they can make, well, $15 an hour doing your MLM or something. Or you don't do that. That's not fair to people. But this wouldn't be an issue. I think looking for people looking for whatever product you had.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, don't say help wanted, and then you're just gonna create a lot of frustration for yourself and the other party. So I think that's about it, isn't it, Jane?
Yeah. Oh, you guys, next week, before the call starts, I'm gonna say by 6 p.m. on Wednesday of next week, text me your numbers.
Yeah, because now you're gonna have a full week of numbers, and we want to know how you're doing. And just be honest. I mean, if it's good, that's great. If it's not so good, it can be improved. But at least you're moving forward. We just hope everybody, ups their game, and we're counting on everybody to up their game with us.
Yeah.
So
If it moves, you can measure it. But everybody, text me your numbers, and we're going to be giving away a 15-pack of Power Strips for whoever has the highest numbers.
Yes, and this will be at next week, Wednesday's thing. So you have to text Jane
Before.
excuse me, before the event. Yes.
And guys, if you will, I'm just going to ask you 45 minutes before we have an event that's going to be like this or whatever. Unless it's an emergency, I would just ask you, please don't text or message me on Facebook, because that 45 minutes before we're getting ready to go live with something is a little stressful for me, trying to deal with this guy and his sister and, getting everything ready to go and tying everything together. So as you start hosting events like this, you'll understand. And
but if something's wrong, text us right away.
Right,
like you
right.
can't hear us or something like that.
right.
We have no feedback other than what you guys send to us. So.
Right. So we can't tell how many people are on this live stream. We don't know who's on it. So if you guys will just put something on Facebook on our team page that you were on, that would be great.
Yeah.
We appreciate your feedback. I think that's about it for the night.
I would say so too.
Yeah. So
Because I've got a tickle in my throat, so I'm done.
So we appreciate you guys taking time out of your night to be here. I know there's other calls with other teams going on. One of the things that Brad Hager said in his call on Monday night was whatever's going on with your team needs to be your priority. You can listen to the recordings of the other stuff, but we would really ask you guys to plug in where we're helping you guys, and we're getting help from our upline teaching things. So have a good night, you guys, and we appreciate you being here. And Charlie says have a good night, and we love you guys, and we're really proud of you, and we will talk to you soon. Have a great night. Thanks, you guys.